It's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Sacramento Miners and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's under pressure. They got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he comes back with one complete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Detroit. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go. Blue landing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
when you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it. And oh, it's blocked. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
if not have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 15 more, and it's another first down. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Third down now following the run.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys will work their weight in gold.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll drop to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. Looking middle, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
It's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
They'll set up a throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out. They're doing it on that one. They had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fighting through. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And let's shift our... They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decided to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
First and goal here from the 9. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to, well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4.
This has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And touchdown! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he fields it cleanly. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
That's caught at the 25. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 59 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Red zone opportunity. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, and they beat the man coverage.
Sometimes you get too aggressive as a defense. You go into man coverage. That means you've got to win at the line of scrimmage yourself. On that play, the offense did.
Five yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Back now in Cincinnati. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is rearing to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. In motion goes the tight end.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So they're able to connect and beat the man coverage.
Nice job between the two of them. One getting downfield, the other one delivering.
Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now the spike comes with 15 seconds on the clock. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the decision is to go for 3, and the field goal unit comes on now. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, he scored a game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Three receivers to the left, one to the right.
Green, 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddy's girls, children of the cornfield. trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight.
This overcoat complex new design. I'm tripping over all the time. We try to walk a fragile line. Whatever's left is always right. I will take back what's rightly mine. This is my forsaken fight. We're gonna set this place alight. Bring it on tonight. Bring it. Bring it on tonight. Bring it. This over complex new design. I'm tripping over all the time. We try to walk a fragile line. Whatever's left is always right. I will take back what's rightly mine. This is my forsaken fight. We're gonna set this place alight. Bring it on tonight.